So Mad Scenes was a project that has to do with what I started my describing my backgrounds. Now, if you create a personal project that is, express your style and your ideas, I'm pretty sure that clients will, feel the need to work with you because they like your style. Not all the clients, but the clients that you were really to attract. Okay, so when we did that project, I spent like 5,000 euros from my pocket, okay, for render times, for buying some models, for all the electricity that I would spend, hours and nights, okay. That was pretty heavy. For that one, it was like 10 minutes for each frame, which is huge. Regarding the simulations and all these things, the water, the fire, okay, was pretty heavy. So I had to pay for a render farm. So after that project, we took like 4 really, really interesting projects regarding budget and theme. One for Mentos, another one for from a local client here, and 2 other projects that we finally delivered on July. So it was a personal project that we enjoyed, and of course it helped us a lot. So here, let me play the video. It was more something like trial and error. And I will tell you a few things also about the techniques and the small people here. Yeah, so here with the people, it's really nice. I don't know if you are familiar with that program. It's called Adobe Fuse. And Adobe Fuse, it's still in beta, okay? But you can create a lot of people and figures and anything else, okay? So what we did is we created these 3D models. Then we went into Substance Painter and we made some silly customs and the rescue guy, the swimmer here, and we created all these characters. We painted them, okay, so they have some unique clothing and all that things, and then we uploaded. I'm pretty sure you know it into the Mixam, okay. You can do that through Fuse, or you can do that with your own OBJ models. So in Fuse, you just upload the model and you choose from a huge amount of library that has, I don't know, over 200 or 300 animations, okay? So we had our characters ready with their own painting and custom texture, and we just uploaded in Mixamo, choose from a lot of animations. Let me go have a GIF here,
Jesus.
Yeah, so we had our characters here, and then it's really cool because you just upload the Mixamo, you download. It has some restrictions regarding the frame rate. It gives you only 24 and 30, and you're not able to go over 100 frames, okay? But we really had fun with these guys here. Yeah, and these are the head-banging guys in the scene. But it's pretty cool. And then you're just using the color random with the MoGraph cloner inside the Cinema 4D. You can change the colors at the same time in a huge amount of crowd. Okay, I don't know. We created, especially the scene with the toast car. It's like 100,000 people there. It was very easy. Yeah, it's really cool. And this is the first frame from the first scene. It sucks, you see that, okay? It's totally nothing, it's just scratching the surface how it looks like, because and from my side, I see very cool scenes and projects, and I'm jealous for them, but you see, I made that in the first day, and it was, it's not really good how this is going to look cool, but they all need time. This is the other from the second scene, with the space. The idea was to be in the daytime, but during the night it was more and more impressive. Okay, so a lot of changes here. This is the scene. It's not good again from the car. Yeah, just this is what I call blocking. Okay, it's always about blocking. It's pretty close to what we saw in the Sky TV, but this is just from placing a few things and see how they work. This is the lighthouse with the shark inside, and a lot of things here. It's really nice. And these are some of the simulations you see at the left, the cinema for this scene, and at the right, what's the final simulation. Here again, we use TFD for the smoke. It's pretty cool, and yeah. And about the car rig, we were trying 2 or 3 days to come up with a really nice rig, but it was, it was a headache. So this is Real Flow in Cinema 4D, which is pretty awesome, Real Flow in Cinema 4D is so easy, and you can do a lot of crazy things, And so what we did here, we were searching in YouTube for Cinema 4D dynamic connectors, and that guy had the rig ready for the car, okay? So we downloaded the Cinema 4D project file from him, who of course we asked for his permission, and we created we created that rig, okay? So basically it's a ready rig set up. Of course, we spent like 1 day in order to attach the rig into our model. But basically, what you see here, the animation, what is the animation, okay? You have the rig, and the animation happens. Imagine we have 2 cubes under the car, okay? So what we do here, it's not the car that is being jumping, okay? We just have 2 cubes and pushing the car, okay? So we have 1 cube in front of the car, and 1 cube in the back of the car. So imagine the animation that you're seeing here is just 2 cubes animation that are just pushing the car in the Y axis, okay? So it's that one, okay? And because the rig is dynamic, when it falls down, it gives you all that, sustain from how a car looks like. But basically there are 2 cubes hitting the car from the ground, okay, from the floor. And the smoke, I love smokes, I'm spending a lot of time with TFT smokes. That was one of my favorites in order to make that look cool. And yeah, these are some of the painted, girls and people that we created. And here, this is if you see the sea here, how it looks like, basically it's a simple technique. I can share also that Cinema 4D file. You see here, it's very simple in Cinema 4D. This is just the technique for the scene, the first shot. Okay.
Let's improve the water surface by increasing.
So it's pretty easy, But then it's just the texturing and the lighting and everything else. Okay, because you see, we have also. The texturing of the water should be very, very naturalistic with all these, white elements on the surface and all these things. Okay, it's pretty. It was a technical project, but at the end, was really worth spending the time. That was 2 months and a half for that one. Okay.
Yeah, I just love that. I love, I don't know if you have any of the finals we can see again, the final scenes. I just love how extreme you went with the scale, just of like how small some of the things were, especially I think the like blender shot. I just love how much you guys pushed the proportions in it. It's just, and just conceptually, it's so surreal and just interesting to look at.
And another one that I'm for all these mountains, yeah, I have that video here. For all these mountains here, okay, I don't know if you're Cinema 4D users, but you mainly know the mountains in the Cinema 4D and all that cool. But last year, I'm using a lot of that awesome program that's called World Creator, and I have a demo here, okay, which is pretty awesome, you know. And you can create, you know, real-time mountains and anything, canyons, hills, anything else you want. And what you do from here, you're creating a lot of layers. This is a demo that I have done. So you can see the process. It's very easy, you know. In 2 days, you can learn that regarding the level you are in 3D, okay? And then you're exporting a TIFF image from that one, and you just use it as a height displacement map in the Cinema 4D, okay? So this is how, we did most of the mountains. Let me go here. In the mud scenes in the first shot, okay? Not here, yeah. So using World Creator was pretty cool. That gave us a bunch of detail, okay? With just a TIFF exporting from the program and use that as a displacement map in Cinema 4D, okay? That was really cool. And yeah, some dynamics in the cup here. But for me, to be honest, it's all about the idea, you know? For me, basically it's the idea, you know? The cup in the Antarctic, the mixer that is the rescue helicopter, all these, you know, tiny details. This is what it makes that look cool, you know, beyond the techniques and the really cool lighting and rendering. Yeah, it's nice, but I believe mostly it's the idea, and in most of the shots here, okay? Because, you know, I'm pretty sure through the internet you can find a bunch of great renders, and especially today with the Octane and Cinema 4D speed and all these things, great, you know, advanced plugins and everything that's out there. You can come up with easily results in 1 day or 2 days, but at the end, it's all about the idea from my side, you know, everything, it's all about the idea here. This is, and the last shot, it's one of my favorites, and the clouds. These are VDB volumes that we created in Houdini and then export them in Cinema 4D. That was a little bit of technical headache for us, but you know, we managed to make them, you know, look interesting and most realistic and believable in terms of clouds. Okay, that was more technical here. Okay, but as I'm saying again, it's all about the idea and the textures. Believe me, like 90% of that the mud scenes, they are very simple textures. You know, there's nothing, you know, extra or way too advanced regarding the texturing technique here.
Yeah, I think maybe the toaster shot is even growing on me. That one's amazing. All the cheering,
Yeah.
There has that Mad Max feel. Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
desert, dystopian.
That was the reference. Yeah.
I mean, it is interesting though how technical a lot of this is, and like having that technical foundation to be able to grab from Houdini and Substance Painter and just feel comfortable to integrate all those things. Real Flow really allows you to execute on those concepts in such a beautiful way, and it blows my mind the way you did all the characters. Actually, that's super interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy, you know.
Yeah.